I invite you into the slow, soft life where things are going at your pace, you're living your life on your terms, and you are doing what's best for you and what makes you happy from the inside out and radiating that kind of energy despite the fast world going on around you. I have been requested so many times to create a YouTube channel to talk more about this topic. So here I am, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Aisha, and let's get right into this video. Today, I wanna talk about how you can tap into your feminine energy in 2023 or whatever year that you're in watching this. In the world that we live in, where things are moving very fast, we're driven by so many different things, a lot of material. Sometimes we forget to slow down, be in the present moment, and really acknowledge and live in our divine feminine energy. So I'm gonna give you a couple of things that you can do, whether you forgot how to tap into your feminine energy or maybe you're beginning your journey to tap into becoming a more feminine woman. There's some things that you can do to tap into your feminine energy. First thing, it goes without saying, but it is doing what you love. I know it's easier said than done. You're probably thinking, I always do things that I love, but I really, really mean it. A lot of times we can get stuck in the world of only doing things because it makes us money, but I want to invite you to try and do things even if it doesn't make you money. Pastimes, hobbies like reading, painting, journaling, baking. Not everything you do has to make you money. I remember when I was stuck in this super masculine boss babe era, everything I did had to make me money, or I tried to find a way to make money out of everything that I was doing. This is so bad because I was driven by money and I was driven by doing rather than just being in the moment, enjoying the hobby and just feeling happy and letting that fuel me from the inside out and radiating that happy energy vibes that I got from doing the things that made me happy without having to think about if it was making me money or not. Think about the things that you love doing that you haven't done in a really long time. Maybe some things that you really like to do when you were a child or when you were younger, whether that is going on a car ride and singing with the music loud, dancing, drawing, painting, outdoor activities. Think of the things that you used to do when you were younger that really made you feel alive and happy. It can be the small things like going on a swing. For me, as older as I get, I will always sit on a swing when I see one because it always makes me happy. Take your time taking care of yourself. At the end of the day, you are the main character of your life. You are the main person that you need to look after. You are the main person that you need to be happy for, because if you are not happy, other people around you will not be happy. So take your time pampering yourself. When you're doing your morning routine, your night routine, your makeup routine, doing your hair, take your time, enjoy the moment, put on an audiobook, put on some music, relax, have fun. This is your moment. The ritual and routine of doing your nighttime skincare routine or your morning skincare routine, whatever you're doing, you're fully enjoying it in the moment. Don't be in a rush to just put things on just because you have to do it. This is about you being happy and enjoying the routines of the things that make you who you are, the things that make you feel beautiful, the things that make you feel most confident. Take your time, don't be in a rush. The world is still going to be there. You're still going to get to dinner after you do your makeup. People will still be there. It's fine. Take your time. Move your body. A huge part of taking care of yourself is not just the physical appearance or working on the inside out. It's also your body, your health, what you're feeding your body and moving your body. When you don't move your body, you become stealthy. You start to develop like kind of lazy energy, slow energy. We don't want that. We want to make sure that we're energized, that we're happy, we're doing what's best for us always. Whatever workout style suits you and makes you the happiest, that's what you should do. So just because you're seeing people on the internet do Pilates and yoga, you feel like that's what you should do? No. Do what makes you feel happiest. It can be dance classes, it can be even boxing, it can be weightlifting, it can be HIIT classes, it can be berries. Whatever form of workout that makes you the happiest and makes you feel motivated to do more of it and keep moving your body, do that. There's no right or wrong way to be feminine when moving your body. The important part is staying healthy, moving your body, and being in that moment and taking care of yourself. The act of taking care of your body and taking care of yourself is tapping into your feminine energy. Journal. I want you to write out your thoughts. As humans, we have so much going on up in here all of the time. I think we have like 10,000 thoughts in a day or something like this. Write down what you're thinking, what you're feeling, study your habits, study your thought patterns, study what is going on up there so that you can eventually work on the things that are not so good, or maybe the thoughts that you don't necessarily like, so you can become the better version of yourself. It's really important to study your thoughts and study what's going on. If something happened and you didn't like the way that you reacted, or you didn't like the way that things turned out, you can write them down and study them so that you can try your best to see where this came from, take responsibility, and understand how you can work on either your thought process or your actions or whatever the situation was, so that you can become a better person. When you're in the moment and you're pouring your thoughts and your feelings on paper, that in itself is tapping into your feminine energy, because you are becoming one-to-one with your emotions and your feelings. You're acknowledging that you have feelings, that you do feel sad, that you do feel upset. And a big part of being feminine is being in tune with your emotions. But if you just constantly block out your emotions, you block out your thoughts, and you just say everything is fine, nothing is wrong, I don't need to write about it, I don't need to work on anything, I'm fine, this is just blocking up the feeling of having feelings. And we are all human, we are feminine beings, we have feelings, it's okay to feel them, it's okay to be accepting of them. And if they're not good feelings, they're not good thoughts, this is where you can work on them. This goes into the next thing, which is be okay with being vulnerable. It's okay to cry. It's okay to feel sad. It's okay to feel upset. A lot of times when people feel like I have to be normal, I have to be fine, I have to be hard all the time, there's nothing wrong with me, I'm super okay. This comes from this hyper independent, very masculine trait that a lot of women are experiencing. But it is okay to say that you're not okay. It is okay to have bad days. It's okay to have bad months. It's okay to have a bad year. It's okay to not be okay. A lot of women think that being soft and vulnerable is actually a weakness, and they're scared that people will look at them and say, she's such a weak person. But actually, vulnerability is a strength, at least how I see it. Being able to admit and not being afraid of what other people will think or say when you are feeling emotional, or you are feeling sad, or you're feeling upset. This is being strong. Reality is we cannot do everything ourselves. Reality is we are not always okay. Why are we trying to be perfect? Why are we trying to block our own energies? This is not healthy for us. So get in tune with your emotions. Be okay not being okay, and don't be afraid to share that with someone else. And if someone genuinely cares about you and asks you if you're okay and you're not okay, it is okay to say you're not okay. It is okay to be able to receive help from others, to receive warmth and care and comfort from others. But that starts with you being okay with being vulnerable. It starts with you lowering down that built up wall and getting in tune with your emotions. It's better to feel sad in the moment, cry it out, go to a boxing class and kick it out, get that energy out there, and then face the reality and figure out what you can do, rather than be sad about a moment and keep that sadness and anger for a long time and just carry that pain with you. Feel the emotion, release it, and then work on it. Otherwise, you will hold on to that anger, you will hold on to those negative feelings, and it will negatively impact you. It will not serve you. Let go of control. A big masculine trait is needing structure, is needing control, is needing to make logical based decisions in order for things to go the right way. When you're tapping into your feminine energy, you need to be able to let go of control. Allow other things to happen naturally. Allow other people to make the decisions sometime. Let go of wanting everything to go your way. Let go of being so strict on the outcome being how you want it to turn out. At the end of the day, you can't control how life will work out. You can't control how someone will react. You can't control where someone wants to eat. You can't control anybody. You can't control anything in this world. You can make plans as much as you want. You can make as strict of a schedule as much as you want. But let's say you have an outdoor picnic planned and it rains, you can't plan for that. You never know what can happen, but when you let go of control and you allow things to happen in flow and you are accepting of whatever happens, you become way less stressed. You're so much more in tune with your feminine energy, and you are living in flow. You are in full trust and complete faith that whatever happens, happens, it's meant to happen, and that you're not stressing about things happening perfectly the way that you want it to. An example of this is if people ask you where you want to eat to dinner, let them pick. This is a small, slight thing that you can do that allows you to let go of control. When someone is upset, instead of reacting, You let go, because at the end of the day, you cannot control the other person. You can only control how you react. So if in that moment you're not ready to face this anger or this reaction, you step back, you evaluate the situation, you put yourself first in order to not be in harm. Let that person cool down. They are in control of their emotions and you are only in control of yours. Do not try to control the other person, just yourself. And be 100% okay with that. Set boundaries and set standards. Make promises to yourself and keep them, and be very, very strict with the promises that you keep to yourself. For example, one thing that I like to do when I'm running outdoors is if I'm feeling tired, I would try to push myself and tell myself I won't stop running until, let's say, that red cone over there. I will not stop running no matter how tired I am until I reach that red cone. That little promise that I made to myself, even though it was a slight challenge, let me know that if I was able to make a promise to myself, I know I was tired, I know that I was pushing myself, I know that that was a hard thing for me to do, but I did it anyways, and I was able to do that and stick to my own promise to myself. This allows you to raise your standards and understand that when people tell you things, or when you set a standard, that people should be able to meet them, because nothing is ever really that hard. People can always make time. People can always not say something to you that you don't necessarily like to hear. People can always not step over your boundaries when you tell them your boundaries, but if they decide to do it anyways, they decide to disrespect your boundaries, or they decide not to stick with your standard or keep the promises that you told them to keep, or maybe they said that they would keep this promise, you are easier to say, nope, this is my standard, this is my boundary. I make promises to myself, I make hard promises to myself, and I keep them. I know that you should be able to keep them as well. This is how you can stick to your own standards, you can stick to your own boundaries and enforce them and not allow anybody to intrude and really break those boundaries and standards. Being a feminine woman does not mean that you're just always happy and you're going with the flow and anything can happen, anybody can treat you any type of way. It's the actual opposite. You have extremely high standards, you have extremely high boundaries, you take care of yourself, you take care of your body. You know how valuable and high value that you are, that you expect others to be the same around you in your presence and with you. And that can only happen when you set extremely high standards and boundaries that you keep to yourself. And those are some of the ways that you can tap into your divine feminine energy. Those are some of the ways that you can tap into your divine feminine energy. I hope that you liked this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, follow me on TikTok, on Instagram. I am making a pact to post more YouTube videos in 2023. This is part of my new me journey. As you are also working on your new you, let me know in the comments what more you would want me to dive into and speak more on this channel. I hope you stay lovely and have a beautiful day.